Aren't you sick of high mortgage rates? Trust me, a lot of people are. Hey, I'm Edward Fuller, local real estate agent up here in Salt Lake City, Utah. If you want to get in contact with me, by all means, shoot me a text or give me a call. You can even get on my calendar by following a link in the description below that takes you to my website. So in this video, I'm going to shed some light on some pretty innovative strategies that can help you secure favorable terms and reach your homeownership goals. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to get that upgrade, my tips and tricks will prove invaluable in today's current real estate market. So don't let those high mortgage rates, bother you. Let's dive in and achieve your homeownership's goals. So, yeah, get ready. Let's make the most of your purchasing power, shall we? So, question, are you feeling discouraged with these high interest rates? Don't worry, I've got you covered. I understand that navigating the real estate market can be daunting, especially when faced with these higher mortgage rates that we're currently having. But fear not, I'm here to equip you with some techniques and tips and tricks on how to get that monthly down, and some ways that the seller can actually contribute. So without further ado, let's get into some of the strategies that I've been deploying for some of my people. First off, let's touch on what the current rates are. This is kind of more for those that are thinking about waiting to buy. So currently rates have dropped a little bit. They are currently sitting at 8.4% for an FHA. So this is an average lock. This is not taking into consideration credit worthiness or your debt to income or anything of that nature. This is just the average lock across the US. So for FHA, like I said, 6.84. The 30-year conventional or conforming loans, 7%. 15-year is 6.2, and then a 30-year jumbo loan, so that's the high value stuff, at 7.2. What does that mean for a home price? So if you look at a $400,000 home at that current rate, we'll just say 6.9. So with a 30-year fixed at the current rate, your payment minus taxes, this is just the principal and interest, comes in at 2626, so $2,626. That's about what your monthly will be at the current rate that we're currently sitting at a $400,000 home. A couple of months ago, we had significantly higher rates. I believe for a moment there we touched 8.4. So I did this based on what I was seeing in my local market at 7.8% on that same $400,000 home. You ready for this? There's nearly a $300 difference just in a couple months from that 7.8 to the current rate of 6.8. So a couple months ago, you would have paid $2,800 a month, $2,900 a month for that same $400,000 home that now you'll only pay about $2,600. So you can already see there's some savings happening right now. Let's talk rate fix. I know this is all what you came here for, the strategies to deploy to get your dream home. Let's talk subsidies. So you have a couple different, avenues in which you can go here. And I call these subsidies, they're also known as seller paid concessions, or escrows, whatever have you. We'll start with the 3-2-1. So a 3-2-1 buy down, the way that works is it has some introductory rates and they step up year to year. So a 3-2-1 is over 3 years. So that first year you get a reduction of your mortgage by 3%. And then you get a reduction 2% in the second year, 1%, and then it goes up to the full market rate. So if you were to buy today, 6.84. Hindsight, I should have ran the numbers here and gave you guys some clear indication of what that would look like. And then you have a 2-1 buy down, which is essentially the same thing. So you'll get 2 years reduction your first year, 1% reduction your second year, and then the third year it goes up to whatever the current market rate is. And obviously you're going to get qualified at that current market rate. So your actual amount that you qualify is only based on whatever the current rate is, which right now it's 6.8. Let's see. So subsidies, like I said, they help reduce that barrier to entry by reducing your monthly cost up front. And the theory behind these subsidies is you can get into the property for a reduced cost, okay, and then refinance at a later date, because the one thing we can't fix is a purchase price. Right now you have some, pretty low purchase price or purchases happening right now because of some uncertainty. So you can pick a property up at a decent purchase price, put these subsidies into place, and reduce your monthly out of pocket for the time being, and then theoretically refinance within a couple of years or before, the 321 or the 21, whichever one you go with, runs out. So they basically just make your cost entry low. I think I said that a couple times. Another one is ARMs. So this is something wasn't as popular, but it's become more popular. Example of an ARM. So ARMs offer a lower initial rate, kind of like the subsidies, and then they periodically adjust on market changes. These are a little different. These ones, there's a disclaimer with these, and we'll go into it real quick. So an ARM example is a 125. So it has an introductory rate of 2%, and then it has a 1% adjustment cap. So the adjustment cap is how much in any given specific time that rate can adjust up or down, I believe. And then it has a lifetime cap of the 5. So that means your introductory rate of 2%, it can only increase 5%, but that's still a lot. And then you kind of use this by maximizing your savings on the low initial rate, and then maybe refinance out of it, because I don't think anybody wants to get trapped in that 5% increase, because that's a significant monthly increase. So combining these subsidies with ARMs can be really beneficial. And then how do we get these? So this is kind of where the market sits right now. Like, we have an abundance of not an abundance. We have a decent amount of homes available currently, at least in my market in Salt Lake. Sellers are more willing to work with you guys and get some and actually pay for a lot of these costs right here, like this subsidy to get your rate down, or pay for closing costs and reduce your out-of-pocket expense. We call them seller-paid closing costs. Again, in wherever you might be watching this from, it might be a different term, but it's still a interchangeable tool that fits within multiple scenarios. Down payment assistance is awesome. So like I said, sellers are doing this because they're not entirely sure. We do have a seasonality decline in actual transactions that are happening or homes that are selling. So they're getting a little worried, so to speak, and giving you some opportunity to get that home for a better cost, at least up front, and then, look forward to refinancing. Okay, that's really it here. If you got some value from this, by all means, drop me a follow, shoot me a like. Would love to hear from you guys. You can get in contact with me by calling or texting. Yeah, love you all. God bless. Have a great day.